Oh, hey, what's up? I heard you practicing. Oh, hey, thanks. What'd you think? Not very good. Yeah, okay. I thought I heard my ears crying from the inside in pain, like my ears were in pain just then. Got it. I got it. What do you know about it anyway? Well, I know a little bit. I can do that. You can with practice. As a matter of fact, if you practice something 10 to 15 minutes a day, you'll get better. A 1993 study from Psychology Review found that practice accounted for over 80% the difference between people who are amateurs and people who are professionals. Mental practice involves going through the procedures in your mind that will help you move towards perfecting that task, or as close to perfection as we can get. So, I just made a persuasive appeal. I made a rhetorical appeal to try to persuade young Mr. Hennefield there to do something, to think, feel, believe, or try something. I also used a particular rhetorical strategy to advance my persuasive appeal and to try to convince young Mr. Hennefield what to do. What I'm going to show you now is a written example of how we would analyze this persuasive appeal that you just watched. Okay, hello everybody. So, this is a written example of how you would analyze a persuasive appeal. This is what you're going to do this week for your assignment when you watch the movie clip from The Pursuit of Happiness. But you can do this for any piece of rhetoric you see in the world, a commercial, a politician, a friend or a family member trying to convince you of something, trying to persuade you of something. You can use this anytime you see rhetoric in the world. So remember, you want these elements every time you're writing a written response. You want to identify the speaker, the audience, the purpose, the rhetorical strategy being used, and how that strategy is being used to advance or strengthen the persuasive appeal. Okay, so I'm just going to read this, and this is kind of what y'all's responses can look like. In this interaction between two people, we see an older Mr. Hennefield offering advice to a younger, more naive Mr. Hennefield. So, I've identified the speaker, older Mr. Hennefield, and the audience. The audience is a younger, more naive Mr. Hennefield. Now, what's the purpose of this persuasive appeal? The purpose of older Mr. Hennefield's rhetorical appeal is to persuade young Mr. Hennefield to believe that practice will improve his guitar playing skills. Now, what strategy, which rhetorical strategy does older Mr. Hennefield use? Older Mr. H uses the rhetorical strategy of logos, logic and facts, statistics, to strengthen his appeal. Now, it's not enough just to name which rhetorical strategy is used. You want to also explain how it's being used to strengthen the persuasive appeal. And that means looking at details, looking at evidence. So I say, he states the logical idea that practicing 10 to 15 minutes a day will improve anyone's abilities. He also offers a statistic from the scholarly journal Psychology Review about how practice accounts for 80% of the difference between amateur and professional players. By using logic and facts about the nature of practice, older Mr. Hennefield is advancing his persuasive appeal and hopefully convincing younger Mr. Hennefield that practice goes a long way in helping us meet our goals. So this is just an example. Use this when you're writing your rhetorical appeals. You can use this as a model and it'll help out a lot. If you have any questions this week, just shoot me a message in chat. Talk to you soon.